everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of OTR Live. I think we're going to call this one OTR Live. We're not live, but it's like a bonus episode. We're going to talk
drop
about
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Those will be our Thursday.
It's our Thursday bonus episode. We're going to talk about a few things that we didn't fit in on Tuesday. The Goffstown Gallop that we just ran. Trailfest that you just ran the next day with a couple of our favorite people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we want to talk about Western States. I hope you got
Just
everything on that. Yeah, just a little. But I think we need to address.
A fangirl, that's all.
Yeah. Well, let's first. I said I wanted to talk about this at one point, but let's address what went wrong on episode 62. We showed up at your house. So 62 was the one when it was like 11:45, and I decided to nix everything, the tros as we call it.
Oh yeah.
And I just said, hey guys, super sorry,
KJ's
it's late.
episode.
We messed up the tros. The audio for our tros was awful. There was something wrong where let's just play it. Let me play it real quick and you guys can hear
just a clip.
I'm going to play a 5-second clip and let you guys hear what it sounded like. So here's the 5-second clip, guys. Listen to this. It's not going to be pleasant on your ears. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 62 of the On the Runs podcast.
Yeah, that is awful. I'm so bummed that happened.
So I think what happened was when we were setting up for our interview before, there was an echo on our interviewee's end, and trying to fix it and messing with the dials, I ended up turning our headphones down and everything seemed to be fixed. But what I didn't realize was our microphone knobs were on full blast, and everything sounded normal in your ears, right?
Yeah. I noticed nothing wrong.
And our guests never said anything either about us being way too loud. But basically, It's called clipping, and we were clipping the entire time. So that needle, when you're listening to music, that bounces up and down or whatever, it was basically up the entire time.
We were in the red.
Yeah, we were beyond the red. We were like up here. You know, the engine blew. Our engine blew up as it would be in NASCAR or whatever. So, yeah, that happened. And the unfortunate thing was we had this awesome interview with this amazing guest that one of our recent podcast guests helped us get. And it was a huge get. And the good thing is her audio is awesome. It's fine. It's good. Our audio still sucks. So...
Yeah, we got some work to do.
I have the transcript of everything word for word, and what Erika and I are going to do when that one drops is we're going to re-record everything we said and copy and paste it in there. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's the easiest solution. And basically, we can read exactly. It's great that we have the transcript and that Riverside provides that, and it still knows what we said, even though we sounded awful.
That is an awesome thing.
Sorry about the tros. But KJ got her own episode, and it was an amazing episode with KJ.
Oh, she owned the whole thing.
Yeah.
Good on KJ.
She loved the response she got. She got an epic response, and especially the story about
that's
going to
happen when you're awesome like that. You just everybody loves you.
She's a rock star. So that's enough about my screw up. I screwed up. That was my fault, my end. I'm the one behind the scenes. My apologies on the tros.
Give yourself some grace, man. It's not easy to do what you do. I mean, I honestly can't do what you do. So where would we be without you?
Well,
it's just one little thing. You're fine.
It would be just running races and not getting epic birthday messages.
True.
Erika made me play it for her again right after. It was awesome.
I had to see it more than once. I will watch it all day.
Let's talk about my t-shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh, hell yeah. Goffstown Gallop.
But it's the new one, the 44th annual David French Goffstown Gallop.
So spoiler alert, I did not get my bright pink shirt that I was hoping for, but we got another high-vis green color.
I didn't get my OTR blue. I did say to Dave, though, next year, tell me what I got to do to be a sponsor and get our logo on the t-shirt.
We're doing it.
Yeah, that one. And could we get it on the 10-miler, please?
Yes.
All right.
Guaranteed.
So Gallop was awesome. It's one of my new, it's going to have to be one of my annual things, even though that the White Mountain Triathlon is always the same day. And I love that triathlon. So I'm going to be a Gallop guy.
We had a blast. Oh,
so much fun leading up to the
why
gallop.
It's my favorite though, right? Like you could see why it's just like that homey kind of feeling.
Yeah, well, it is from your hometown, and it was your first
race.
race. And
I love
do
it.
you how far back do you and Dave French go?
Oh my God. I've known him since I was little. My family used to go to, so he was like the Parks and Rec I can't even say it. Parks and Rec
I can't
director. See, that's just a hard word. That's hard to Parks and Rec director for many, many years. So when my siblings and I were young, we used to go to like the pool, like swimming lessons. So I was like 5 years old. I took tennis lessons with him. Like I'm sure so many other like sports. I've known him since we were real young. So I'm turning 37. I'm 37 now. So probably a good 30 years that we've known Dave French. So he's been a staple of the Goffstown community for a long time. And I mean, I've been running this race. This was my 15th consecutive year alone. So, I mean, yeah, Dave is a staple of Goffstown.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. One of my notes I got, this is totally kind of jumping around. The funeral home we ran by. Remember I mentioned the funeral home? Mm-hmm. And I thought the name Rising was a little funny, but it's actually the French and Rising. Does he have anything to do with that funeral home?
He doesn't. Okay. No, as far as I know, he does not.
I mean, just a funeral home with the name Rising Funeral Home. I'm kind of like, what's going on in there? Are these spirits coming to life at night or something?
I don't know how they got the name for that funeral home, but the people who run it were actually close friends of my family too. So they're good people who run that, and yeah, good stuff.
So if you remember last year, it was wicked hot, like really hot,
full sun,
Beeman score out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Mike even talked about it when we had him on, like how wild of a Beeman score number that was. I forget what it was, but it was well into the 200 plus range. So
I actually looked it up for this year, and it was over 200. Believe it or not, even though like the sun wasn't shining, it was like 212.
But it was really humid, and the air was thick. You kind of wish it would have rained. It didn't rain. So spectating wise, if you were going to spectate or not spectate, it was fine for spectating.
We met you weren't moving.
Yeah, we saw some awesome spectators there. So thanks you to those spectators who came out.
Oh my God. I got to give a shout out to like Tara and Kim and all the ladies who were at the top of the big ass hill in the middle of the race. That's what, Lesnick? Lesnick is what it's called.
Ooh. They were handing out scratch tickets, Fireball, maybe other things. I don't know. I did take a scratch ticket, but
you know what? I am so mad. I was like in the zone. I was actually trying during this race, and I heard Tara, like Melissa was right there too, and I just waved, I blew them a kiss, and I just kept going because I ran the whole thing. I ran the whole damn hill, and I was like, if I stop, I'm gonna crash. So I just kept going.
I made like a C cut to go give Tara a high five, and when I put the hand out for a high five, she put both out for the hug, and I took the hug, and
there you go.
It was great. So we saw some really cool people there. It was really fun. It was a much bigger crowd than last year, and I think it partly COVID last year was maybe why the numbers are down. Everything was just starting to come back to life.
Yeah.
But the crowd, the numbers of people were there was awesome. So many people we knew.
Yeah, I think we did a good job doing some advertising. We got a lot of friends to join.
Lindsay, Mr. 305,
Diane,
Yuki was there. Never met Yuki until yesterday.
Yuki and her husband, they're super nice.
His name is Eric, and he spells it with a C. That's the right way. And he's a big Bruins fan. He passed me
in the last mile. He was like, "Yeah, Erika," and I was like, "Oh yeah, go Eric." It's nice when names are similar. They're easy to remember when you're really tired.
Yeah, Dave, the photographer. I think it's Bellevue.
Bellevue. Yeah. He got an awesome shot of me at the end with like high five and Dave. Oh,
he made me look
Dave
good.
French.
He makes us look good.
He really does.
Thank you for the photos, Dave. Shauna was there. Her whole family showed up. Her mom. Yeah. The
Darryl.
kid was Ellie was there, and Daryl and the kid.
Chris.
Todd was there. I haven't seen Todd in a couple years now. Honestly, in a way, I met him during COVID, but who else? Name drop some people.
We got Margarita Duncan was there. She came and she won. And I was like,
Here's the funny thing about Margarita Duncan. I don't know Margarita Duncan. I only see on the Instagram who she is.
Super fast.
Right? Mm-hmm. Really fast. Erika tells me a couple days before the race. Last year we ran together and you ran with me. And you told me, hey, I don't think I'm going to like run with you or I'm going to actually try to get an award again and maybe win.
I was going to put in some effort this year.
So we're walking back to the car after getting the bibs in. Margarita? Yeah, Margarita Duncan walks by, and she walks by, and you two say hi, and you didn't introduce me, but whatever.
Oh, sorry.
And I go, so you still going for that win?
I was like, well, I'm gonna run. That's all I can do.
I go, I think she's in your age group, and I think she's gonna whoop your butt.
Which she clearly did, because she is one speedy MFer.
Well, if you remember last year, we cleaned up. Every one of us got awards last year.
Which was so weird. I mean, I don't know how many people ran it last year, but like that we must have gotten the numbers way up, because there was quite an uptick in registrations.
I don't want to give us a ton of credit. I think maybe like a few people did go because of us.
We helped a little bit. That would have been fun.
Yeah, and it was totally fun. We had Dave do a little promo. That was totally fun. Yeah. You did your reel with the t-shirts. I mean, you know what it was? It was practice for us as we continue to do more and put on more things and try to promote other events, and including future Goffstown Gallops and TI 10 milers or whatever. So Definitely. That was a ton of fun. Like TI even promoted this one on their Instagram handle quite often. So
helping out the small races. I mean,
favorite part? It's a tie. Favorite part's a tie between going swimming in the lake after. That was so worth it.
Yes.
And then drinking in a high school parking lot with a ton of awesome people after the race. And my favorite, like in a high school parking lot, like that is that even legal? I don't think so.
The whole time I was waiting, I'm like, oh God, a cop's going to come like ripping through this parking lot and be like, hey, what are you doing? I went to high school there, and you're not supposed to drink on school grounds, but here we are. I brought some Trulies in a cooler. We were drinking the leftover like shots that Tara and Melissa and Kim had, and oh my God. That was so much fun. But I have to say, out of my 15 years doing this race, that was the first time somebody got me to jump in that lake. So kudos to you guys.
I think that was me. I got you to jump.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I was like, you're doing it. You're doing it. Sheila's going in. You're doing it. Lindsay.
We do it last year. I don't remember why. I think it was just change of clothes, or it wasn't. I didn't
have a change of clothes either, but I had at least a towel to throw down on my car seat. So I was fine with it.
That was fun. So we're all over the map. But two things. I got to meet Dave French. And it was super cool. He was waiting for us as we walked over that little wooden bridge. Yeah. And he knew right away. And he came right over and he goes, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Shakes my hand. He says, thank you for all you've done and all you do for running. And I thought, that's really, I think, the first time. It's the second time. The first time was Mike Beeman. It's the second time someone said, like, thank you so much for everything you're doing for running. And I'm like,
I mean, it means a lot for us to hear that, because you guys mean a lot to us too. Like, where would we be without the running community? So we're going to give back however we can. And it's what we love to do.
Yeah. So that was really cool. I got to meet him. I feel like, I didn't know if I could keep talking, or like he had to go and say hi to everyone else, but I didn't want to take up too much of his time.
He's a popular guy at the Gallop, so you got to kind of cut your time short and
right. I feel
let
like
him mingle.
We'll need another time to chat with him one day.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can get his story one day on the pod. But
there we go.
The other one I have is the start of the race. All right. So last year, I think last year we had a national anthem.
I don't remember, honestly.
Dave went up and made his speech. Mm-hmm. There was a couple of speeches, and that's when they said, we're very lucky to have this amazing guest, Mike Beeman, and Mike was there. And I thought there was like an anthem or a few other things. And so when we started this one, I walked all the way to the back, and I got my phone and taking some pictures, and Dave's talking. I'm taking more pictures.
I see what happened. You thought you had time.
And then all of a sudden, Dave, as he's up there, he goes, the start of the race will be on the cowbell. Da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. And I'm like,
Crap.
What? And so now I'm messing around with my fanny pack, a new running accessory item of mine. I am stylish.
There you go.
And I'm like trying to turn, it's the fanny pack's on the back. So I'm trying to turn it around and it got stuck on something. And I'm trying to stuff the phone in, but not scratch the phone with my keys that are in there. And I'm trying to put it back. I probably had about a 36 and a half second delay to actually get started. But it was fun. I played catch up the entire time, and
nice.
I ran by some pretty cool people. This one guy, Wayne, it's like everyone knows his name, and he's from Goffstown, but it was his first ever gallop. Wayne's middle name, by the way, Eric.
How did that come up when you said, "Hi, I'm Eric," and he goes, "Hey, that's my middle name"?
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. I think I heard everyone was saying, "Hey, Wayne, nice job, Wayne, nice job, Wayne," and I'm like,
I did hear you say like hi to him at the end. I was like, oh.
I'm like, everyone knows who you are, and he goes, "Yeah, look, I've been around for a long time. I'm old, and this, everyone knows you after a while, and lived in Goffstown for 35 years. But it's my first ever race." I asked him if he knew the Hamill family. He didn't recall, but
that's okay.
when he said, I said, "I'm Eric." He goes, "That's my middle name." And then he asked me if I spelled it the right way, and I said, "Yes."
You in the freaking right way and the wrong way. Shut it.
So
I'll let Mark get away with it, but not you.
Then I finally caught up though to a couple people after the hill. I caught up to Steve and Lindsay. Both, I was surprised that I caught up to them. So it was funny. We all were kind of running together, and the second half of the race, we were clipping pretty good. I laid back, so it was kind of like a staggered finish. It was Lindsay, then Steve, and then me. Yeah, I was like, well, I can fall in the back here, and I'm still going to beat you on time.
Let me tell you, I took off in like kind of the front-ish area. Steve blew right by me. I wound up catching up to him, but he ran, it was like a 7:45 first mile. And I was like, damn, dude, he's going to go crush this. So I was booking trying to just catch up to him. And that was a quite the fast pace for the gallop. This was right before it started to get into the rolling hills, before the bottom of the big one. But
which you were like, we always forget. We always know there's that one big hill, but you always forget about the first half is a hill, basically.
I must like block it out, but I guess it's not that bad where I remember it. So, just some hills.
What did you take the fireball? No, you didn't take the fireball.
No, I did in the parking lot afterwards, but not at the time.
Both Steve and Lindsay did, and I think they regretted that when I caught up to them. And I'm like, "Let's go!" I don't take shots. I don't take liquor or any of that, unless maybe pick Pink Whitney on Shauna's wedding. That was the only time.
But not in the middle of a race that's gonna make it come right back up again.
No. I mean, I heard Lindsay. I learned from Lindsay on her episode, and she apparently didn't even learn from her own experience, and she took a fireball at the top of the hill. I mean, you already want to throw up by the top of the hill. You're not going to take a fireball. You're definitely going to throw up.
At least she had some downhill to help digest it a little bit better.
It was fun to catch them and kind of run with them there. Because typically, I don't get to run the races, or typically I'm just following their journey, and I got to do it with them this time. So
there you go. Awesome. I'm glad you had some friends to run with, since I just was like leaving you in the dust. I was like, nope, I'm going to try. And actually, like, I came really close to getting a course PR for that. I missed it by like, I think it was less than 30 seconds. Like, I was really close.
Well, you're strong right now. You were really strong.
Trying.
So. Yep. Right. So that's the Goffstown Gallop. And the very next day, you went to Trailfest.
So Trailfest was a little bit of a doozy. So you must have heard me say many, many, many times on this pod that I am not a trail runner. Trail and I do not get along very well. I will trip and fall just like looking at a rock. I don't know how it happens. It just does. But it actually went really, really well. So Rachel signed up for the 30K, which I was already signed up for. She signed up last minute. And we were just like, let's just stick together. We both aren't big trail fans. We're just going to wing it. And wing it we did. So
this is Rachel Runs for Medals, people, by the way. That's
yes, it is.
The people know her as that, not Rachel.
Well, I drop Rachel all the time, but so we decided we were going to get there early because our good friend Karen was doing the 50K that day, and her race started a good 2 hours before ours did. So we get there, and Rachel and I are just turning into Gunstock, and we see a Jeep, and Rachel goes, "Oh, I wonder if that's Karen." And we're like, "No, there's like 20 minutes before the race starts. There's no way it's Karen." Come to find out, we were going to park, and the Jeep pulls up right next to us, and I just look out my window. It's Karen. She showed up 20 minutes before her race started.
It's a brand new Jeep, by the way.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, that I couldn't remember what color her Jeep was.
Well,
but
it's brand new. The other one broke or something.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's
like a month
brand
ago.
Spanking new.
What color was it?
It was orange.
Okay, so she got the same color than what she had before.
Okay.
Yeah, it is brand new. Yeah. I think her radio froze on the other one, and the fix was there's something electronic, and the fix was just like I'm going to buy a new one. But that's what happens when you buy a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Chevy, or Ford.
Yeah, I'm not getting into the car talk, but so she showed up like 20 minutes before her race started. So it was nice to definitely be able to see her before. I got to meet her friend, Annette, who is actually going to do Trans Rockies with Karen coming up in August.
Right. She's doing Trans Rockies.
So they were both doing the 50K to get some vert and training and all that stuff in before they go out west. So Rachel and I just got to chill. We cheered them on for a lap, and it was a little bit difficult, I have to say. We thought it was going to rain that day. Full sun. Like, it was just hot. Yeah. I think it got into like high 80s, and we were not ready for that. I was going to wear like my compression socks, my pro compression. I had to take them off because I was like sweating through my socks. I was like, this is going to be so bad. And I had a t-shirt on, and I had to switch to a tank top. I just needed to have just like skin. I did burn a little, but I just needed to breathe. Like, there was no breeze. Mm-hmm. It was just hot. But I mean, besides the loops being a little difficult, like, you had some pretty gnarly climbs, some mud. So it was a little difficult, but honestly, I didn't hate it. You'll be proud of me. But Rachel and I finished. We got our set of medals. We got cowbells.
You got a cowbell.
We did. And we got a nice like barbecue, like burgers and hot dog lunch afterwards with some beers. And I mean, it was a gorgeous day. Could have used a little rain, but
yeah, I really could have. It was hot. I was with the kids all day, and we went to the pool early in the day, like the outdoor pool at the gym.
We passed a pool on the way, and we're like, all right, who's going in? Like, if you guys go in, we'll go in. But nobody wanted to jump in, and kind of bummed. It would have been nice.
Random pool.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a campground up there too. I didn't realize that.
Like in someone's backyard, and you're
it's like legit Gunstock. Like you're doing the trails, like pool. they're cross country trails that you're running on. Yeah, and you just weave your way around, and you're going by a bunch of campsites. There's like a little pond. Somebody was fishing, and I was like, I'm so sweaty. If it wasn't so gross looking, I would totally jump in. But we passed a pool. Like, I don't know. I would have jumped in. There was a little, even like a stream that I was tempted to at least like get the sweat off of my arms with. Like,
yeah.
But everybody finished. It was kind of a mental game there for Karen and Annette. They had a tougher time than we did, but good on them. They finished. We're done.
Nice job. Nice job. You know, actually enjoying a trail run that you're like breaking through here.
It's working. I'm going to keep doing the practice thing. It's helping. I just need to get a better pair of trail shoes. I did bring my trail shoes. I have like Saucony Peregrines or something like that. And they were just a little too big, and I could feel my foot moving in it. So I went in my, my Brooks. They had more tread.
I need to give you a hard time. Okay.
About what?
It's not your birthday anymore, so I can give you a hard time. Because now it's Thursday. You can't be bailing out of runs just because it's going to rain. What if it's raining at Anchor Down?
Man. Okay, let's time out here.
You need to practice.
I will not bail on a race. Oh, I've had my fair share of rain.
No, but you need the practice.
I've had my fair share of rain practice.
We've had a couple runs recently that we were going to run together at, whether it be Run, Walk, Brew or another event, and you bail because like the radar looks nasty or it's going to rain. And both times 2 of the times it didn't rain or didn't rain when we were going to be running.
It rained here.
The other time they did postpone the run, but you bailed before they postponed the run.
Yeah, because I knew they were going to postpone it because it was like thunderstorms. I did. It was going orange over Bedford. I was like, that ain't happening.
We need the practice in the rain for something like Anchor Down.
You know what? You know what they do, though? If there's a thunderstorm at one of the races, they like time out. You have to go shelter in your car, and then you go out. So you're not actually running during the thunderstorms.
Well, but in the rain you are.
Yeah, I can run in the rain like all day. But I ain't doing it in thunderstorms.
See it in the last couple of months.
That's because you don't run with me very often. That's a burn on you.
We got
That's a burn.
All right, I'm going to start bringing the double stroller. We have a follower. I don't know if she's a listener, but we have a follower from Ohio. She might be in Patrick's run group or something, or she might be more Cincinnati, one or the other. She's a twin mom, and she posts all her runs in with the running stroller. Like today's post was like, did 6 stroller miles today running with the twins. They look a little older than mine, but I got the twin running stroller.
There you go.
I need to put some air in the tires, and I'm going to.
But you wouldn't bring your kids out in rain and like thunder.
It has a cover.
Not safe.
It has a cover.
Not safe.
It's going to toughen them up.
Oh, jeez. Give them a couple.
I'm saying I'll go out there more with you if I bring the kids and you don't leave our dust.
You know
behind.
What? I'm gonna hold you to that because I need to get you out more. You have some tri training to do.
I do. Well, I ran really hard today.
Yeah.
I did a Bex hit EDM hit in hills. I did it on the treadmill.
Oh, there you go.
And then I went in the sauna after, did some heat training like Lori. Lori sent that video of her. Your happy birthday was her in the sauna.
I could tell it was all red, and I was like, oh, she must be in the zone. Because, all right, so this will drop on Thursday. The 4th of July is when
we are recording this on
Badwater
Monday, guys.
I had to do some math. But 4th of July is when Badwater starts. So she's going to be doing some baking of her own.
I have an insider tip on Badwater.
I'm listening.
Typically, there are 100, I want to say it's actually 105 spots.
Oh, I thought it was just an even 100 or something.
Maybe it wasn't even 100. For some reason, I thought the number was like they're allowed up to 105. But they always allow, apparently they're like an airliner, they always allow more people to sign up than they're allowed to have in the race. Really? Just like an airline.
Oh, in case somebody like has to drop out, they have somebody
apparently
to fill the spot.
Every year they have like so many dropouts where they never actually hit the max and it works out. But apparently this year they're actually offering people their money back and free entries to next year's race because
if they defer,
they haven't had enough people drop out in the races coming up.
Oh no. So, like how many people need to drop? That's sad.
I think 3. I think they need 3 more.
I'm almost wondering if people will want to do that since they had to like, I guess, edit the course this year. Yeah.
But typically they think like someone's injured or something. So like people who sign up just back out because they have an injury or whatever, or their training.
No, that makes sense.
It's like a golden ticket to get your money back and be in next year's Badwater.
Yeah. So, oh, wow.
Yeah. I get inside tips now.
Good for you. But I'm really excited to follow along this year because not only do we have Lori doing it, Ash Kickin's coming back, so we'll see. There's going to be
if she can repeat. Going to see if she can repeat.
But also,
there was some controversy last year. And we'll see if she can repeat and back it up.
But I'm also excited because one of the Peloton London trainers, Susie Chan, is going to be running it this year.
Susie Chan
is
maybe one of the. I don't have.
She's like so cute.
I have my favorites, and then there's Susie Chan, and I'm like, I like you, and occasionally I'll do her warm up or cool downs because she used to be a chain smoker.
No way, really?
Yeah. No, her story's cool.
But she's going for the I'm going to call it the trifecta. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but so every year Badwater puts on like a set of 3 races. So in like I think it's North Carolina. You have Badwater Cape Fear, I think it is. And that's like a 50-ish mile race. And then you do Badwater Salton Sea, which is like a relay race. It's 81 miles. Mm-hmm. And instead of it being like you leapfrog with your partner, you and your partner have to run the whole 81 miles together in order to be like an official finisher. And then you got, of course, Badwater 135. So she's going for the trifecta. I think she might be like the first, I can't say the first woman from the UK to do that in like a calendar year, but
woman from the UK of Asian descent who used to be a chain smoker and never started running until her kid was in high school and she was in her mid to late 30s.
That's there we go. Yeah. There we go. That's a record in itself. So, now, I mean, we're rooting on all of our
story
friends. Especially you, Lori. You got this.
Her story is something like she was a chain smoker, never ran until at one point in her 30s or when her kid was getting older, she just fell out of shape and started running. She all of a sudden
she's come a long way. She does ultras all the time.
Became an ultra runner and a Peloton instructor.
Peloton trainer,
and a very good Peloton trainer. I'm strictly Matt and Bex on the tread and Matt and Olivia on the bike, but I do take others for the warm-ups and the stretching. And
I honestly love like Peloton UK people because they got Jocelyn Thompson Rule, love her, John Hosking, awesome, JJ Jermaine Johnson, awesome. I want to say Bex had recorded one of her runs on Garmin, and I follow her on Strava, and she was doing like low sevens running and talking. I was like, how are you low sevens and can put on a damn class?
Matt's the best. Let's just say Matt's the best. Olivia's awesome. Bex is amazing. And I actually really like Jess Sims for the cardio workouts.
Oh, she's one of my favorites too. Yeah. She's the one who pretty much got me into Peloton. It was Jess Sims and Maddie Magiacomo.
Oh, I like Maddie. It wasn't Maddie. No. Cody Rigsby.
Yeah, Cody Rigsby.
I took his Brittany class just on a whim.
I might have told you to take that.
That's so awesome.
All I remember from his class, that one class, he's like, wasn't it like shake your tits or something? And he'd like just go. It's like, if he can shake his, I can shake mine, I guess. It's funny. He's a hoot.
We're really this is fun.
We're just going off topic. We just like to shoot the shit together. So
that's perfect for this to be a Thursday episode.
Yes, but luckily the one thing that we wanted to talk about was Western States, and I honestly don't have a whole lot to talk about. It's just another minor fangirl moment for me. Because of Miss Courtney Dauwalter, who has got to be like one of the best ultra role models out there, because not only will she go run stuff, but then she'll finish it with nachos and beer. How perfect is she? Like, but if you were following along at all this past weekend, she finished with a new course record at Western States by like an hour and 18 minutes. Like, she did the whole 100 miles in 15 some odd hours, like 15:39.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My God.
I saw some post, and I don't know, it was on Twitter or Facebook. I saw a post, I'm pretty sure it was Twitter, where like it showed these 8 men who've done Badwater before, and they're some of the greatest men ultra runners ever, including Scott Jurek. Name pronunciation might be wrong, but that's Doozer's buddy.
That's right.
And she was faster than all of them.
She is a machine. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but it's working for her, and she's probably like one of my favorite people out there at this time. Like, she's just incredible.
Do you remember when we had Doozer on? And one of the cool things about when we do the podcast episodes is we hit stop record. Or we're just done with the actual episode part. Now we're just talking the shit.
Yeah.
You remember he said, let me know if you need anybody. And I'm not going to abuse that power for a lot. I'm not.
Right.
And I'm not going to be like the very next day, hey, can you get me, blah, blah. But I am saving it for that one.
And it will be worth it.
I don't count Amelia as that. We're gonna talk to Amelia one day because it's Doozer's girlfriend and he's the man and she's awesome. But when we're ready, I'm gonna ask him for Courtney Dauwalter.
I'll need to prepare myself for her because she just seems so freaking cool, and that's my minor fangirl moment. And I was just super proud that she came up on top.
I mean, it could be in 10 episodes, it could be in 20, but to be honest, I'm thinking episode 101.
Oh, sure. After you get Doozer. Wait, is it Doozer for episode 100 again?
Well, I said Doozer for 100. We'll have to figure out how that goes. But right now we're 63 in. So episode 100 would be like around the Boston Marathon next year. And that timing might be because, but we'll figure that out.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
Well,
oh man,
I think we got everything we want to talk about. We want to talk about the Gallop, Trailfest, and Courtney Dauwalter, and just fangirl over her.
Yeah, that was basically it. Unless I'm missing something else.
No, but well, I need to do plug our stuff. So,
go for it. Yeah,
guys, follow us. You guys do follow us on Instagram, and I love that. And that's how most of you find us. But go to our YouTube and find our YouTube. Find our link in bio on Instagram and just click YouTube. It's like the soft open, but the premiere opening is going to be sometime next month. And I'm going to drop the episode of Lindsay and Tara and the Boston Marathon soon. It's done. I'm just like, when am I going to do it? I'm going to wait till after the 4th. But I am throwing in quick little 3, 4, 5, even maybe sometimes some 10-minute clips from our interviews that are too long to put in a reel. But it's going to be really cool because you can see like the reactions and everything. And it's going to be our little, the YouTube. My focus is growing the YouTube and continuing to grow the Instagram. And I'll throw other reels on TikToks and I'll do YouTube shorts. But so it's Thursday when you're listening. There's already a couple Maurice videos on our YouTube channel from our conversation with him. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So go check out our YouTube channel, guys, and subscribe. I think we got 14 right now. I'll tell you what, if I have 30 before I do the real opening, I'll drop Lindsay and Tara's episode.
All right.
So
I think we could do it.
Well, maybe. So but if I'm camping, I'm going to be off the grid. So if I have 30 before I go camping, I'll drop it. If not, it's coming after, right? Around the week of the 10th. Yeah, no, follow us on YouTube, guys. Instagram, of course. Like and review if you have the option and you know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Apparently you can do it on Spotify now, and I don't know how to read it, but it's not my... Apparently
I haven't figured that out yet on Spotify. I just know you can click the little stars.
Yeah. My concern is growing our social media pages a little bit more, doing the video content. It's the video content. And it's not making you do happy dances in front of a camera. It's just clips of this, what we're doing here.
There you go.
That's our thing. That's our niche.
Love it. I love it.
All right. Is this a perfect length for a quick OTR live catch up? I know we're not live streaming on Instagram, but it did work last week, and we had one viewer while we were live, and it was fun. They got a couple questions in. We talked.
We had Lori and Josh, right?
They came in right at the end. You're right. They came in right at the end.
Still got to count it though. That's somebody.
Yeah, that will drop on our RSS feed on either Thursday after 4th of July. If I don't get the Road to Kona recap out in time. If I do get that recap out in time, Beth's Auto Road run up Mount Washington will drop the Thursday we're back. So that would be the 13th, I think, if I'm right. Or you can watch it on our YouTube channel because it's already there.
There you go.
Guys, thank you. This is a ton of fun. Have a great 4th of July. Go out, run, be safe, fireworks, whatever. Just drink, be responsible. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And that gives you a lot of options to do some fun, crazy things. So, have a great week.
And don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
And she goes, you guys are doing a great thing. And I go, yeah, we really found our niche. Autocorrect changed niche to bitch.
We really found our bitch.
I was like, what?
That's amazing.
Autocorrect to
Even
bitch.
better.
So
niche bitch. Yeah.
we found our bitch.